Welcome to the Imperium Forex daily video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. Well, the market was relatively quiet overnight due to the observance of the Thanksgiving Day in the US, which did slow things down a little. However, the Australian dollar is still looking towards the top side after its course correction from the support of 72, 75, 25, 35 has seen the market so far post a high of 38. Overall, I do expect to see further challenges upon this level of 76.35 and could extend up towards 76.80.90, which is where I view as a sell potential. If it does get up there, I do expect to see a rejection and then the focus look back towards the downside. Even if we fail to get that rally, the market should still look towards the support eventually at 75.75 with the firm support 75.25.35. As I mentioned, the US dollar was a little bit weaker and still is. After posting a low of 92.98 overnight, right in front of the support at 92.55.80. Now, it still questions whether the euro can break above this 118.50.70 level. It did post a high overnight of 55, but didn't sustain. However, we're quite close now of seeing this level challenged. If the US dollar remains weak, then we could see a break up towards 119.5 and see stops triggered, most probably building up quite a bit now, considering this level is quite crucial. If we see another rejection, then I am looking down towards 117.65 and then towards 116.90 and reassess from there. The dollar yen story pretty much bearish since the break of that 111.60 level after the market plummeted on Wednesday on the back of the FOMC minutes, or Federal Reserve released its minutes yesterday to indicate that policymakers expected the US economy to continue to showing strong growth, but still a little bit uncertain about inflation. And Janet Yellen has said quite a little bit about that, therefore has put a bit of a dovish tone onto the market, hence why the US dollar sold off. At the moment, I'm looking at 110.80.90 as the target, while we are capped at 111.65.80. This is the trigger level to reverse the market, but while the US dollar is weak and the technicals are weak, and also the ADX is trending to a bear case for dollar yen, could see further weakness. Well, the pound is struggling at this level above 133 after failing to take out the fresh highs around 133.55 and did actually decline slightly overnight. I do expect to see further weakness, but would need to see a break at 132.60 to trigger the downside further. While this is intact, we should not rule out further tests to the upside. So it makes it a little bit difficult here, but the technical indications are clearly breaking down. So I do expect to see a fall beneath the 133 handle very soon. Well, the gold outlook still remains to the slight bullish case towards a target of 94 to 97 after recently surging for one of the best days we saw just recently. But then we have also this week had a very heavy sell-offs as well. If you're trading from a long side, do note that we can still get this kind of movement. So the base is around 79.81, which is quite a way. It's around $10. But nevertheless, I still expect to see further upside tests. It really depends now whether we get a rejection from 97.99 again. If so, then we could be looking back towards this downside. But in the meantime, I still expect to see a further test to the upside. Silver still looking very much towards that $17.1520 resistance, and the support now coming in minor at 90 and firmer at 80, and I still expect to see a slight challenge to the upside, even though we are looking a little bit weaker for the start of this morning. And I wrap up with oil. Well, the market broke above $58 a barrel and still is holding above there. At present, I'm a little bit cautious to any bullish call, even though we are looking towards $62 a barrel possibly. But I do expect to see a sharp, strong rejection. So do be on your guard if you are trading from alongside. So that wraps up today. Thank you very much for joining me. And as always, look out for the intraday report. And I hope you have a wonderful day and a great start to the new weekend.